All right, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Struggling Day Trader channel. I am your host and resident day trader and brother in the struggle. The name is Hassan, and I'm here to go over my trades for the day. Um, Today was a little disappointing. It wasn't a disaster, but I definitely let some subpar trades in, and I mismanaged a couple trades that I could have taken profit on. So let's get into it. First trade was on TSM. Now, this technically checks all the boxes, meaning it traded over the opening range, right? Came back and retested. We got this candle closing over VWAP, long bottoming tail, hammer bar, all the things I like to see, except for this big red candle here, which actually completely engulfed this nice move up over the opening range. I don't like to see that. I really want all red candles to be narrow range, low volume. I don't want to see any signs of aggressive selling. And so this was kind of the first red flag of this trade. And the setup just isn't really what I want to see. I want to see, you know, I want to see some air underneath VWAP, right? Like I want to see some clean trading above and then a nice narrow range pullback. This was a really aggressive price action for me to jump in on. But nevertheless, I took the entry, and I really missed the trigger. Like I didn't put my order in until after this candle already broke over the highs of these two candles. So the high of this candle was 147. So I would have wanted my order to go in at 147.01. But while I'm typing my order, this thing is testing 147.25 and kind of bouncing around back and forth above 147. So I kind of chased into this one and just kind of hit the order button and got in wherever I got in at, which was 147.18. So that's 18 cents higher than I wanted to go in at. With 50 shares, that means I'm trying to get $1 out of it. And it went 99 cents. My take profit order was 148.18 and it went to 148.17 and turned around, never to return again. So if I didn't slip, if I actually got in at 147.01, I would have definitely hit 2R, got out at one, or even if it was 147.05 with slippage, right? I would have hit my take profit order. So I could have gotten 2R out of this trade, but technically I should have just said I missed the entry and let it go, or maybe put in a limit order in at 14.10 or 14.05 or something like that and tried to catch it a little bit closer than when I got it. But I just wanted in at that point and didn't care what the price was, because I was assuming, which you should never do, I was assuming that it was going to run a lot higher, so it wouldn't really matter. The 18 cent slippage wouldn't really matter. But I should have gone in here in pre-market and drawn my pre-market high, and really I could have disqualified the entry just from that, because I would want to sell before I hit the pre-market high, and that would not have been 2R. So I could have really just said, nah, that ain't it. So I would grade this like a C minus setup. And really I was just late, missed entry, chased it, shy of target by 1 cent. Very unfortunate, but not a terrible trade, but definitely could have done a lot better. You could do better than a C for sure. So lost 1R on that. And hate starting the day on a red trade. But moving on. Gold. GLD. Now this was a much calmer open, but this pullback was still really aggressive. Like this didn't really hold VWAP. And we got this super long topping tail here. So that's a reason not to take it. And this thing not really holding. Let's see where HVS was at. Okay, back to the 2. Yeah, I mean, it made a lower low compared to that candle. Yeah, this is another red flag right here. This big wide range candle dipping through HVS, almost testing the low of day again. So another very subpar entry. It technically checked the boxes, but you really have to have a really bullish bias to just go ahead and take that. And I mean, pre-market high was pretty up there, pretty high up there, but there wasn't really any volume in pre-market at all. I really need to stay away from these type of stocks that trade so thinly in pre-market. But so I entered here, stop loss under this candle, and trades up a little bit, makes a lower high, and comes back and tests this low again. And it's actually made a double bottom. Exactly, 217.84 on this candle and this candle. And with my stop being down there and my entry being up here, I pretty much calculated that if I added a quarter more shares here, well, 25 more shares here, that I could pretty much keep my stop in the same spot. So I added here. It is below VWAP, but there was just no change in risk. So there was only upside for me adding right there. So I added there, and it worked out great. Kept my stop at the same 1R distance, and it traded up. But even when it got up here, my take profit was 81 cents, was 218.81, and it got up to 218.78 before it started pulling back again. So I drew a line over here over this high of day where all this volume, well, this big wick came in, and it looked like it was testing and holding that. So, we're way above my average price right now. So this is kind of like a YOLO ad. Like, well, if I add here, I'll bring my stop up to break even, and either it goes to target or it stops me out. But when I added here, I became greedy because, okay, if it tests here, we could easily make another move up, like another substantial move up from here. So I'm hoping to get up to 219 at this point. And I removed my 2R take profit, which was bad, which was foolish. If I would have kept that in, I could have at least gotten 2R, and then I could have let that quarter ride. But I'd canceled my take profit order. It went up to 218.86, 5 cents past my original take profit, and then came down and stopped me out break even, which slipped out $1 loss. So this trade went to target. I just mismanaged it. And, it could have been a little more than 2R if I either took it all out at target or just took my 2R and let the rest stop me out. I could have had 2R on this trade, which would have made back my loss on TSM, and I would have been up $25. So, I would grade this. I would just give it a C, maybe a C plus. Yeah, just the wide range candles, man. That's not. I'll give it a B. Good entry, but wide range trigger candle, and did not take profit at 2R. Break even. Yeah, it's hard to take profit at 2R because I see so many go 3 and 4R. But the regret that I feel not taking the 2R when I either stop out or when I stop out at 1R or break even, it just makes me say, you know what? Let's just do 2R. Let's just do 2R. At least I can keep my 2R target. If I add to the trade and increase my leverage on the position, and I can still take out the original 2R target, it could be 3R after adding. But I just need to keep my original target and just get out, you know. So I think that's going to be a big takeaway from today, is just be firm on taking 2R. Because my goal right now is not to hit home runs. My goal is to find consistency. And I can hit 2R way more often than I hit 3R. And the consistency is what will really take my trading to the next level. That's what's going to give me permission to increase my risk, you know, and start making more money on these trades. But if I don't get there because I'm being greedy now, I'm going to miss out on the real money later, you know. So tomorrow for sure, well, Thursday, I won't be trading tomorrow, but Thursday for sure, it's got to be 2R all or nothing. Yeah, so, all right, next trade, Google. Now, this is a good trade. I like this. I like this trade a lot. Let's go in and draw our 1 minute. Had a pretty wild move up, honestly. Aggressive move up from the top. But it traded well over the opening range, had some candles close cleanly above, you know, so we got this air underneath the candles, which I like to see. And then a nice gradual pullback, like slow, aggressive pullback, not a lot of selling pressure, no wide range candles. And then we get right back to VWAP, and we got the VWAP support and we got the HVS support right here. And even though it closed at VWAP below the support, my target, my entry trigger is above both of those. So put my order in, breaks above, beautiful trade, green the entire time. And I take profit up here. I sell 2R up here, but I was at 3R. Like, if I'd have taken it all out, I would have been at 3R. Above 3R. I think it was like $80 when I sold the 2R right here. So I'm really feeling the type of way about taking partials. You know, I don't like stopping out with the partial, knowing that I could have had another R if I sold it with everything else. So this could have been a 3R like I wanted, but the safety would have been just taking the 2R, you know, because it really didn't go up that much. So let's see. I would grade this. This is a great setup. Could it be better? Yeah, but I don't know if I can give it an A, because the A looks really pretty. So we'll give that a B plus for sure. Great entry. And took partial profit. Leg stopped. Break even. 2R trade. All in all, good trade. So I took profit here, and then I put my stop at break even. It came down here and tested VWAP. I went ahead and added just in case, and it was still kept my stop loss at break even after the add. So it was a no risk add, and it didn't go up anymore. So this the SPY pretty much tanked at the same time that this started pulling down, and that was the end of that trade. So nice 2R win on that one. That was a great trade. Tesla. Now this one, I told myself before I entered this, I was like, man, that pullback's kind of aggressive. When that happens, you just gotta walk away. That's not what we're looking for. I'm not looking for aggressive pullbacks. Like, compare that pullback to this nice gradual pullback on Google, right? Nice gradual. Like, this right here is an aggressive pullback. That was an aggressive pullback. So this was a very low probability add. And the only reason I did it was because I was able to keep my stop at break even. But this pullback here, wide range bar, super huge volume, and even the hammer candle, it didn't really test VWAP. You know, it's close to VWAP. It did show that there were some buyers here, but I don't know where they went. They left immediately after this candle. They left immediately after that candle. But yeah, this kind of aggressive pullback. Really, we have a lower high right here, and then an aggressive sell-off, and not even testing through VWAP. And where's my second level of support? Like, it doesn't really exist. So yeah, this was not a good trade. That's a D, man. That's a terrible trade. Lower high plus wide range high volume pullback. Wide range trigger candle. And I wasn't even able to put my stop like really below VWAP. Like, it was right at VWAP. The nice thing about when you let it test through VWAP is the bottom of the candle is beneath VWAP, and you can put your stop below VWAP. So yeah, that's pretty much a rule break on that one. Lost 1 hour on that one. Just gotta be more picky. Anything that disqualifies the trade should disqualify the trade. You know, it's just like, if you see that thing, hey, take that as a great sign. You know, I'm glad I saw that. Let me stay away, because I could have stayed away from that trade and, you know, had 1 hour green for the day. But, you know, feeling bad about missing my opportunity on gold and TSM. Really wanted to make a better day out of the day, but ended up making it worse. So last trade, MRNA. This was like, okay, this is a super strong stock, but look at the range. It already made like a super wide range candle. Like, there's no reason to assume that it was going to make another move up. Like, the range is way exhausted. But the pullback was nice and gradual, but there was no entry. There was no entry set up. Like, I don't know what this is. It's extended from VWAP. It's just trash. A straight trash entry. It was terrible. No entry. No entry set up. Yep. There's no entry set up. Should not have traded. Entered above VWAP. And even though I did enter above VWAP, I did have my stop below VWAP. Like 1 penny below VWAP. So I didn't break that rule, but I still entered extended from VWAP. Rule break. Yeah, I fell out of the zone today, man. I feel like I was in the zone the last couple days, but I definitely fell out of the zone today. Got to do better. Got to stay focused and just stay in the habit of only taking the best setups. Only taking the best setups. So, yeah, it's my fault, but still a very small green day. Just a little over 1 hour red. Didn't wipe out yesterday's green day. So, had 2 green days before today. Not doing too bad. So, definitely can come back strong. I won't be trading tomorrow, but I will be trading Thursday. And just got to come in focused. Got to come in ready to trade the system and not my emotions and not green bars on the chart. Appreciate all you guys' support. Past 50 subscribers. Appreciate you guys a lot. I really like the comments you guys leave. I really like when you guys engage. Have a really good time on the live stream chatting with you guys also. Again, I'll be back Thursday morning around 9:20, streaming live, trading live. And I'll just be ready to hit it hard again, man. Appreciate you guys' support again. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.